The Central Bank of Yemen directed in an official memorandum to stop dealing with 6 commercial banks based in Sana'a. The second article of the memorandum also included that the banks must continue to provide their banking services to the public and fulfill their obligations towards their customers until further notice. The following report has more details.
In response to the Houthi violations against the banking sector, the Central Bank of Yemen took 2 decisions on Thursday. The first is to stop dealing with 6 banks whose main headquarters are in areas under the group's control, while the second decided to withdraw the old edition of the Yemeni currency within 2 months. The bank had given banks in Houthi-controlled areas 60 days to move their headquarters to Aden and vowed to punish those who default under the anti-terrorism financing and money laundering law. The bank stated that this decision was made due to their failure to adhere to the provisions of the law and the bank's instructions, non-compliance with the requirements of combating money laundering and the financing of terrorism, and their continued dealings with a group classified as terrorist, and implementing its instructions in violation of the rules of the banking sector, the provisions of the law and the instructions of the central bank. The decision explained that the violation of these banks required intervention in placing the necessary restrictions on their activities to force them to comply with the provisions of the law and to ensure the safety of the banking sector. In another direction, the Central Bank of Yemen issued another decision in which it called within 2 months for the withdrawal of the old edition of the currency issued before 2016. It is the edition that the Houthi group imposes to deal with exclusively. The bank called on all individuals, shops, companies, other entities, and financial and banking institutions who hold old issue pre-2016 to quickly deposit it within a maximum period of 60 days from today's date. It explained that citizens, non-financial institutions, shops, and other entities that do not have accounts with the central bank must deposit their amounts in commercial and Islamic banks and their branches spread across the liberated governorates. The Central Bank of Yemen stressed to all financial and banking institutions and citizens who hold sums of that type to respond immediately to the announcement to protect their money and serve the public interest. The bank confirmed that it does not bear any responsibility resulting from not dealing seriously with the content of the announcement and rushed to implement what was stated within the specified period.